What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So again, I wanted to go over some stimulus news with you guys because stimulus is something that people want to know about. I have questions on my last video. I have people that are upset with the fact that, Social Security, Veterans Affairs, like everybody is not getting their stimulus checks at the same time. And it's ridiculous. I think that everybody should get their stimulus checks relatively quick. I mean, it's been, 2 weeks or so? It's been a pretty long time since the first introduction of those stimulus checks, since people received those stimulus checks on the 17th. So I wanted to dive into this because they're talking about recurring stimulus, which is something that we've talked about a number of times on this channel, is recurring stimulus, because that's what they should have done from the beginning. But you know who held them back? Republicans, Mitch McConnell, even some Democrats, held them back, saying that, people shouldn't get the money. It should go towards businesses. It should go towards state and local governments. When if it goes into people's pockets, that's where they spend the money. They spend it in local businesses. They spend it in small businesses, big businesses, whatever. But they thought that it should go into the small businesses, which technically some of the larger businesses can qualify for this money as well. So it's absolutely ridiculous. But they're talking about recurring stimulus, and I wanted to dive into this and give you hopefully some hope on if you can get some more money, because there are still people that are struggling. There's a lot of people that are okay. Some people that did qualify for the first one that didn't qualify for the third one that are actually okay. They didn't need the money. And I think it was a good move for them to do this. But there are some people that did, make a lot of money previously, but can't really afford anything right now. They basically lived paycheck to paycheck. They made $100,000 a year. And they didn't qualify for the third one, which means that they didn't get that money. So we're going to dive into this. Before I get started, make sure that like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Also check out my MP Shorts channel. That does, help me out. And also I think I'm going to make some short form stimulus check information there. If you want something that's 60 seconds long, get your information and get out. That'll be great. And I'm thinking about adding something to the Discord group, more of a stimulus channel to that Discord group. If you wanted to talk stimulus to see what actually happened, I feel like there's nothing out there to where you can have that community where you talk back and forth to see exactly what's happening. A community of educated people that understand what's going on with the stimulus, that can read up on some things, put some articles in this channel. I want to explore that. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I will create that. But we'll see how that goes. So we needed to talk about this stimulus because they're asking about a fourth stimulus check. Will we get a fourth stimulus check? We have 60 lawmakers or over 60 lawmakers that are in support for direct payments to Americans. That means recurring. You're going to get every single month, you're going to get stimulus checks in your bank account. I don't know how much it will be if they end up doing that. People were talking about $2,000 a month before. Other people were talking about $1,000 a month, $600, whatever actually is will help more than what they had previously, because you can get one single payment and another single payment. I mean, I feel like you're just looking at it and, you know that you're going to need another stimulus check, but you're just like, I don't know, you're just prolonging the inevitable. I mean, I feel like it's, if you just take this money and say, we're going to give you recurring stimulus, then you're fine. You can go on and you don't have to vote on anything else. Why do you have to worry about voting on all this stuff? Is it because you want to put it in another bill and get more things put into the bill on top of stimulus? Because that's the way it seems. Every time we talk about stimulus checks where people want stimulus, they put so many other things into these bills. It doesn't make sense to me. So let's go into this article here. So many Americans have been wondering whether there will be a fourth round of stimulus checks as the federal government continues to distribute the $1,400 provided in President Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan. 64 congressional lawmakers have pushed for recurring direct payments until the pandemic ends. Like I said, I think it's a great idea. I think it should have been implemented from the start. People should have had recurring stimulus from the start. The economy would be thriving, not just the stock market economy, but the actual economy, the people that can spend money at these local businesses rather than, corporations. That's the reason why, the economy or the stock market economy was thriving, right? You have all of these people that are forced to spend money at places like Walmart, like Target, like all of these fast food chains. We're forced to spend money at the places that are publicly held companies rather than the small businesses, the mom and pops that are closing their doors because They can't do anything. They're not allowed to open. The restaurants are not allowed to open, but the places that, make all the meat and all that stuff, they're allowed to stay open. But the restaurants that are serving all of that food and have to rely on the people to spend money there are closing down. It's ridiculous. So 2 months before Biden signing the last stimulus package into law, 53 House Democrats pressed Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris for recurring stimulus checks. And the funny thing is, Kamala Harris was one of those people that supported recurring stimulus and retroactive stimulus at that. Ones that would go back and say, all right, these were the months in the pandemic. Let's take $1,000 and, we'll give $1,000 every single month that we missed, or $2,000 every single month that we missed. She was one of those people that supported something like that. So seeing that, obviously you need to go through steps in order to get these things approved. But this should have been the case. It should have never been, oh, we'll settle for $2,000. We'll settle for $600. We'll settle for $1,400. No. We should be looking at it like, okay, people are struggling. Give the people the money they deserve, they need. You're telling them they can't work, so give them the money that they need in order to pay their bills. That's simple. Every other country is doing it. Why can't we do it? I'm not saying you follow every other country. It's just common sense. Common sense to say, this person is struggling and you told him he can't work, or she can't work, or whatever you identify as can't work. It's crazy that you're not going to give them the money that you told them they can't go out and earn themselves. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. And let me know how you feel. I feel like that's common sense that you should do that. Recurring direct payments until the economy recovers will ensure that people can meet their basic needs. Another one-time round of stimulus checks would provide a temporary timeline, but when that money runs out, families will once again struggle to pay for their basic necessities. And this is where I bring in like Andrew Yang, who had a UBI strategy, who wanted to implement UBI. And if that would have been implemented during, his presidency, if he was president, then it would have been a better situation. You wouldn't have needed these recurring stimulus checks because you are already giving them something to cover their basic needs. I just don't understand how we're not doing more for the American people, and we're doing, so much more for these big businesses. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And you're worried about political views over anything else. So the way that I see it, we need to actually, focus on this, see if we can get some recurring. I feel like every time this is brought up, it's always, put on the back burner. You have 60 people, you have 100 people, you have 200 people that support recurring stimulus, but then no one ever talks about it after that. They're like, you know what, we can't afford that, we can't do that. But then they give out trillions of dollars to other areas when the people or the things is the thing that drives the country, drives the economy. Consumer spending is 70% of GDP. 70%. So obviously, that people hold all of the power. We need to be able to spend money at certain places. We're not going to not spend money. We're going to spend money. So you have all these people that are going to go to the places that are open. Walmart. They're going to go to Target. They're going to go to, giant food stores. They're going to go to grocery stores and every other place that they can, get to spend the money that they have in their pocket. Just because 70% of Americans, live paycheck to paycheck. So it's crazy. I feel like we just need to focus on this, get something like this passed, because one-time payments, yes, they're good and it's great to be able to get that money. But if you suffer for 5 months and you get a one-time payment that's going to cover, basically a fraction of those bills that you owed, it makes no sense whatsoever. So let me know what you think about it. I don't want to make this crazy long, even though it has been long. But make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, subscribe to my MP Shorts channel. The link will be in the description. And if you want me to make a Patreon channel for stimulus check, information, let me know, and we can definitely set that up and do like some sort of joint Patreon thing so that people get all the information that they need. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.